works. If they're handcuffing me, I'm going to jail. But yeah, they took me to jail.
All right. So,
I try to talk to my PO. My PO tells me she doesn't get paid enough to hear it. Like,
oh, no. Let's not start with that, because let me just tell you something in this court. You meet some stranger at North Star Mall. Had you met him before North Star Mall?
Yeah, so we went to chill one day and he was with him. So we just.
Okay, I don't understand a word you're saying. You're mumbling.
Mom.
Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Yes. You're not ready. It's a lot of work and it takes money.
She can't legally talk to
I
him.
told him.
Yeah, but somebody can walk up to me and tell me about it. I mean, if that's a problem with that, y'all, but I mean, he's only been seen one time in 2 years by a lawyer.
I was
Once-
no evidence against.
A duty on striking an unattended vehicle and an aggravated assault against a public servant a month later after you found out you were pregnant?
I was on drugs, Your Honor.
While you were pregnant?
Do I have to stay in jail till this matter goes to court? I would think that since it's a misdemeanor, I wouldn't have to stay in jail.
You're mistaken.
yes.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, I will, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to consult with her, confer with her, and talk with her regarding this matter. She understands the nature of this offense and wants to do all that is necessary to try to make sure that she's in compliance with the court's orders and really is doing what she's supposed to be doing to take care of the situation. She does have 2 children. Her mother right now is taking care of the 2 children, but she's assisting. Her son is 9 years old. He's autistic, and she has a daughter that's 10 years old. So she has definitely the desire to make sure that she's in the position that she needs to be in to assist with her children and then raise her children in the future. And so we're asking that the court would grant her application for deferred adjudication and place her on deferred adjudication for a period of 2 years.
All right. So how old are you?
28.
All right. So why you have 2 children? Why are you using drugs?
Hold up, this right here is a massive legal fork in the road. Deferred adjudication means she's technically avoiding a conviction. For now. No guilty finding goes on her permanent record if she follows every rule perfectly. But here's the catch: 1 mistake, 1 dirty test, 1 slip, and the hammer falls hard. This isn't a second chance. This is the last one.
I can't give a good explanation for that.
So how are you supporting yourself?
So I do body waxing.
Okay, how long
I'm a
have you been doing
licensed
that?
cosmetologist.
How long have you been doing
Well, I
that?
just got certified for it for about 2 months. Before that, I was doing hair.
All right, is Child Protective Services involved in your life?
No.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. $1,000 fine, probated, 2 years deferred adjudication, taking into consideration 664-703, JN number 203-8953, restitution for drug testing, no harm for injurious contact with Janice Alvarez. And do you live together with your mom, or it's just
No, it's just 2.
Okay, why are 2 sisters fighting?
It was just a really bad. It was 4th of July, and we just got really drunk, and I guess we argued. And I accidentally broke something, and when she called the cops, she just told them she wanted them to remove me from the house. She didn't want me to be arrested, and they said they were going to take me in to sober me up. But I told her that's not the way it works. If they're handcuffing me, I'm going to jail. But yeah, they took me to jail.
All right. So here's the thing. How old is your sister?
We're 2 years apart. So she's 26.
So we got 2 26, 28-year-olds who are sisters who are supposed to love each other, getting drunk and getting into altercations. I'm sure that's not what your mom wants.
No, yeah, we've never done that. It was like when it just
You two
happened.
sisters, as far as I'm concerned, when it's sisters, you're supposed to be protecting each other, not getting into altercations with each other. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Just like I told my attorney, it would be dirty.
Okay, what are we going to be dirty for?
Marijuana. The last time I smoked was about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, and what else?
That's it. I don't do anything else.
All right, I'm going to want a drug test.
Okay.
And we're going to do a drug test tomorrow. Probation, is there anything else that she needs?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything else that you need from me in order to be successful? Ms. Alvarez?
No, I'm pretty sure this one time getting in trouble has taught me more than enough.
All right. This incident didn't happen 3 weeks ago, and you're still using marijuana 3 weeks ago. So I don't know if you've learned.
Your Honor, on the proof of employment, I believe that Ms. Alvarez is starting her own business.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Like working from home for now.
But here's the thing. People are always starting. People need to do. So I'm sure they'll get information from her to make sure that she's doing what she's saying that she's doing. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes.
All right. We'll go off the record. You have 2 children. Your mother's taking care of your 2 children. I'm sure she just wanted to be a grandmother and not be a mother. People, when you have children, and if you want to be fruitful and multiply, then you need to take care of your children and not depend on other people to do that, because she just wants to be a grandmother. And as far as I know, grandmothers want to be able to spoil their grandchildren, allow them to do things that they didn't allow their children to do, like eat cookies before they have their meal and stay up as late as they want to, and then turn them back over to parents. So that's what your mother should be doing instead of being a parent to your children. So you're going to have to do better. And on this probation, you cannot use marijuana. So those levels have better start going down. If they're not, I'm going to get a report and we're going to have a conversation. Okay. All right. Good luck to you. I'm going to.
Oof, that single word, dirty, just shifted the entire courtroom energy. The judge already knows where this road leads. You can feel it. Probation is hanging by a thread, and everyone in that room knows it. The question now isn't if trouble is coming. It's how fast.
All right. How are you doing?
Better.
Better?
I've been better.
All right. So I received a report where they're requesting early termination for you, potentially, or either to extend your case. So, you know what I always ask everybody, because you're here for a drug case. If you give a UA today, what are the results going to be?
I will be honest, I will still come out positive.
All right.
Last UA submitted, Your Honor, if I may, I apologize for interrupting. It was on the 28th.
All right. So this is where we are. You are not allowed to use marijuana while you're on probation. It's just, you can't do it. So you have a choice to make. What you're on probation for is a state jail felony. You're on deferred adjudication. So if you were revoked, you're looking at 2 years at the state jail facility, potentially. So the question for you is, do I want to potentially go to the state jail facility for 2 years over marijuana? Is marijuana that important to me?
No, it's not.
You're acting like it is. And so what I can tell you is, I received this supplemental report, and you know what 3 choices they gave me? They said, do you want to extend this case for 6 months? Or do you want to terminate this case, which means you're done with probation? If you would have came into this court negative, I probably would have agreed that you could be off probation, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You've taken the classes, but you're not internalizing anything. It appears that your go-to is, let me use marijuana. I had a good day. Let me use marijuana. I had a bad day. Let me use marijuana. I had friends in college, and you know what they would tell me? they would say, oh my gosh, the air is so crisp and cool. This reminds me of great days. I'm like, what great days? They're like sitting on the balcony at the apartment smoking marijuana. I never smoked marijuana, but they tell me that there are some good memories sometimes that people have associated with that. You are making bad memories by using marijuana. And you will continue to be extended, or maybe a motion to revoke is going to be filed on you for using marijuana. When you're on probation, you're not allowed to use marijuana. You're not allowed to drink alcohol. Those are the rules. Those are the rules of Texas. You go in any courtroom in Texas and guess what? You can't use marijuana. You can't drink alcohol. Do you have children?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
2.
What are their ages?
11 and 12.
They know their mom uses marijuana. Because I guarantee you, your clothes smell like marijuana. If you've ever hugged your child, they're smelling marijuana. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to have the mother who's smoking marijuana. And if you have a boyfriend in your life who thinks it's great for you to be smoking marijuana and you're smoking marijuana with him, you need to cut him loose. You know why? He doesn't care for you. Because if he cared for you, he would tell you, baby, you can't be smoking marijuana because you could potentially go to the state jail facility for 2 years. And Vashon will tell you, I've sent women to prison, women to the state jail facility, men to prison, men to the state jail facility. Because we can only do so much. And after that, we'll move on to the next case. Do you understand? So guess what's going to happen today?
Getting extended?
Yes, you are. And you know what comes with that? More reporting, more fees, all of that's going to pile up on you. And you know whose fault it is that you're getting extended?
Mine.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So the next time you think about smoking marijuana, you need to ask yourself, do I want my probation extended? Do I want to go to the state jail facility for up to 2 years? If your answer is yes, then you go ahead and you smoke your marijuana. And guess what's going to end up happening? Your children will not be with you potentially for 2 years. And in that 2 years time, anything can happen because I don't care what anybody says. Good mothers, nobody loves a child like their mother if it's a good mother. If it's a bad mother, then you can't say that. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Be a good mother to your children. All right, we're going to extend her and I'm going to want her tested for levels. And if those levels do not start to drop, file a motion to revoke. And I will hear your case. Maybe you'll be brought over dressed in blue. Maybe you'll bond out, but I will hear your case if those levels go up. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So how often are you using marijuana? Is it every day?
No.
When?
When I do have bad days.
All right. And why are you having bad days?
Who doesn't?
Is it like life?
Yes, it's hard being a mother, a daughter, a sister, a girlfriend, a cosmetologist, a felon. It's a lot. I make sure everybody's good. Nobody makes sure I'm good. I try to talk to my PO. My PO tells me she doesn't get paid enough to hear it. Like,
oh, no. Let's not start with that because let me just tell you something in this court. I do not allow people to speak badly of other people when they're not here. Okay. And I know that I've told you what I tell everybody else who comes in this courtroom. If you have an issue with probation and they're not addressing it, you can always come in because we're always here, Monday through Friday. And you can always come in and address it with Miss Abrams or come in and address it with me. And if you feel like Miss Abrams is not hearing you, I will hear you. But I can tell you right now, she always hears people. Mm-hmm. So don't come in here saying probation is saying, I don't get paid enough for this. And honestly, they don't get paid enough. But probation officers from the 187th, they don't say that because they know that my key thing in court is everybody needs to be kind to each other. Even if you fake it, you better fake it with an Oscar-winning performance that you care and that you're kind because everybody has bad days. Mm-hmm. So what are your issues? Why are you using? You say you have bad days. Your boyfriend not listening to you. Well, if your boyfriend is not listening to you and he's a part of the problem, then you need to ask yourself, do I need this boyfriend in my life? Because if they're not bringing anything positive to the equation, you know what that means? They don't love you. You're just a stop along the way. I know you're probably not listening to me,
No, I am.
but that means that there's certain people that you need to cut out of your life. And sometimes the worst people in your life is family. And sometimes you got to cut family out of your life. People always say, you don't choose your family, you choose your friends. Well, you're choosing bad people. So, and then if there are family members who are not any good to you, once you evaluate it without the cloud of marijuana, then maybe they need to be cut loose. There's no harm in cutting family loose. You send them a card at birthdays, Christmas, and Thanksgiving, and the holidays, and call it a day. So what else is going on? Is there some mental issue that we need to discuss? All right, you can't use marijuana. What are you suggesting?
Your Honor, we have listed the relapse prevention stay and quit program,
Okay.
and I think that would suffice.
All right, we're going to extend 6 months, amend conditions to the relapse prevention program, stay and quit program.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to want her tested for levels.
Yes, Your Honor.
And is there anybody she can talk to when she has issues? Me, if something comes up in my life, I can always pick up the phone and call my mom and say, this is what's going on. I have the support system. Do you have anybody that supports you and looks after you? Is that a no?
No.
All right. So is there any?
I'll talk to her.
All right. So she's going to find out if there's some support group you can get involved with. There are always support groups out there, even if it's you in a book club or something. There's always people you can talk to, because book club stuff sometimes spills over into life. And you probably need to get involved in a group. It could be a travel group. It could be a book club group. And at some point in time, you're going to meet somebody and they're going to be your friend. And that friendship will go outside the book club. And it may be somebody you can talk to with different issues. You understand? Mm-hmm. All right. So do not come back here testing positive for marijuana. I'm going to say this again. If you have an issue and you feel like your probation officer is not addressing it, you can always come to court. Okay. Except for Saturday and Sundays, because we're not here. All right. All right. And charged with theft for property, $2,500 to $30,000. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court would defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. I have questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you know this person?
I met him at North Star Mall.
So some guy from North Star Mall that you just met picks you up and takes you to his house to shower and change clothes?
No.
So you meet some stranger at North Star Mall. Had you met him before North Star Mall?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you know him?
Because my homeboy knows him. So we went to chill one day and he was with him. So we just.
Okay. I don't understand a word you're saying. You're mumbling.
My homeboy, like one of my friends, he knows him. And we went to go chill. And then he was with him. So we all got to know each other.
At North Star Mall?
Yes, ma'am.
And then from North Star Mall, this person that you just met with your friend took you back to his place?
No, that happened like weeks after.
All right. So you meet him for a little bit at North Star Mall. Then weeks after you meet him again?
Yeah, like we went to chill at his
Went
crib.
to what?
We went to go chill at his crib.
So you and your friend went to chill with him at his crib?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then what ends up happening?
And then we got into an argument. So I took his car.
Who is we?
Me and the person that.
So why does that mean you take his vehicle? Because you got in an argument with him. And that's not what the police report says.
That's what happened.
No, the police report says.
This is the part most people underestimate. Probation is not freedom. It's freedom with a surveillance tag attached. Every choice becomes a legal calculation. One bad decision doesn't just ruin the day. It can erase years of progress in seconds.
Victim stated that suspect had been invited over to the location where he could stay for a day and shower while getting victim's clothes. Victim stated that upon getting back to the apartment, suspect, that's you, had told victim he was in an argument with his girlfriend and needed to go. From there, suspect would take victim's vehicle without his consent. Per victim, suspect did not have consent to take the vehicle or his keys. So that's what it says. So you're saying that's not what happened?
No, ma'am.
All right, because it seems like he wasn't there. At least that's the way this police report is written. And it says that you got in an argument. I don't know who his girlfriend is because this is the way it's written. I don't know if it's supposed to be the victim's girlfriend or the suspect's girlfriend.
I mean, Your Honor, I guess the way I understand it, they're all hanging out together at an apartment.
Okay.
I think, were you saying that you didn't think that it said that the complaining witness was present at the same time?
Yes, because they're saying that it says victim stated that upon getting back to the apartment, suspect had told the victim he was in an argument with his girlfriend and needed to go. And from there, suspect just took his vehicle and left.
The way I took the story coming from my client and the way I read it, I can understand that. I guess if we were to take it down to particulars, there might be some contradicting, but I think just the way that the report was written after the fact in sort of a prosecution guide format, I think all those things probably fit in together.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what conditions to set for him. So what you said y'all were hanging out. What were you doing there?
Just watching movies, smoking.
Smoking
marijuana.
All right, and what else?
That's it.
And what's up with all these tattoos?
I like tattoos.
Well, no, I mean, what do they mean?
This one, my homeboy gave me that name before he passed away. This from my auntie. This is trust and struggle, and the rest is like Bible scriptures.
All right, and then the 2K, what do you say that is?
My homeboy gave me that before he passed away because I always used to go to his crib. We used to play basketball, play 2K on the game all the time. Like, that's what I like to do.
So, I mean, is that just something he did or he knew he was passing? What?
No, that's just like, he just gave me, like, he just started calling me that. So I just started going by him.
Okay. And then the above the eye?
It says Lamarcus. That's my dead brother.
Okay. So how old are you?
18.
Where is your family?
In San Antonio.
Well, I mean, where are they in your life? Why are you picking up cases and hanging out with people who it doesn't appear that any of them mean you any good because y'all are just hanging out smoking marijuana?
No, my mom, she cares. It's just I wasn't at the crib at the time. She don't know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. And did you graduate from high school?
Yes, ma'am.
So what have you been doing with the rest of your life?
When I was out, I was working at Six Flags. And I had just got my ID.
So what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
Hopefully, get out, try and see if Six Flags could accept me, work up some money, try and get my driver's license, get a car, and just. Man, I'm gonna try and work at Foot Locker. I like shoes, so.
Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Yes. You're not ready. It's a lot of work and it takes money. So don't have children right now. You need to take care of this.
Yes.
So I don't want to see you back here saying, I have a baby on the way because you're not ready. Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated. There's to be no contact with Donovan Taylor. And do you live with your mother?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's going to be partial GPS for employment and any educational things that may pop up for him. Waive fees. And that's going to be GPS with a curfew.
And Your Honor, if he had employment that kept him out past that, would that be an exception or would that be part of it?
Oh, that would be an exception, but he had better have proof that he has employment. And they've started closing the mall early, so.
Sure, yeah.
And don't get a job at a place that's open 24/7 because 10 p.m. But I'll look into it. But if it's just he is obtaining employment specifically so he can be out past curfew. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled, just one moment, probation, just 1 second. There should be 2 years deferred adjudication. We could go off the record. In this courtroom, communication is key. Stay in contact with your probation officer. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything that you do in your life from here on out while you're on probation in this court, if there's something where you're like, should I do this? Should I not do this? You need to ask yourself, is this something that could potentially result in my going to prison, state jail, felony prison for 2 years? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. That should be at the forefront of your mind. Your attorney will tell you, I don't take any joy to send people to prison, but I have sent young people to prison. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. And Ms. Abrams, can you see about a gang evaluation? All right. Thank you.
Gets at risk, and but accusing me of stripping you of your due process rights. The most important thing was to have competent counsel. If they are both competent counsel, if they fail for whatever reason, you don't blame the judge. Okay, that's the way that should be. Ms. Minaldi had been appointed, who's a fine lawyer as well. But you're asking what?
He has indicated to me that he wishes to have his cases set for trial and to have another attorney handle his trial.
I don't want an attorney, excuse me. I don't want one.
You want to represent yourself?
Yes, sir. I don't trust y'all appointment counsel. Like, my rights have been violated continually over and over again. Like, I wrote requests trying to remove John West from and I haven't seen anything against me, no evidence, no nothing. Like, I've just been sitting in this county jail for 2 years with medical issues and stuff.
How many times would you say Mr. West came to see you?
He came to see me one time at the jail. That's because my family made him come and see me. He never came to see me at all.
Hold on.
He brought no case file.
Wait, hold on. How long were you in jail? Now?
I had been in jail for about a year.
1 year?
When he came to see me for the first time. He came to see me up here, but he told me flat out he ain't here to talk to me about my case.
This is the emotional gut punch moment. The law stops being abstract here, it becomes personal. Prison time doesn't just punish one person. It fractures families, childhoods, and futures. The judge isn't just sentencing behavior. She's trying to interrupt a generational crash.
Like, I haven't seen nothing against me at all. Like, I've been trying to come see you. I've been requesting hearings. My dad's called the court coordinator requesting hearings to get motions out filed ruled on. I've just been denied and I have the right to be present in the courtroom. When I guess part of due process, confirmation clause.
No, that's not what that says, sir. That's not what I've written a lot of articles on the Constitution, and it's not a debate on the Constitution right now.
John West did inform me that he became aware of a conflict because he represented a co-defendant in the case, so that also might be a reason as to why.
When was John West appointed, though?
He was appointed to me in June of 2023.
We're going on 2 years. And he's only talked to you one time?
One time.
When did you get appointed?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she's been on the
Well,
case less than a month.
okay, yeah, well, the thing, what is bothering me is why I wasn't told that he had only been,
I wrote numerous letters.
he had only, for 2 years, he's only seen him one time?
There was an issue with co-defendants that John had.
Well,
I'm not sure how
that doesn't stop somebody from representing. I mean, if they don't see him, they're not representing.
Well, if it's a co-defendant judge, he can't legally talk to him.
I told him.
Yeah, but somebody can walk up to me and tell me about it. I mean, if that's a problem with that, y'all, but I mean, he's only been seen one time in 2 years by a lawyer.
I was no evidence against me. That's all I seen in my indictments.
Nobody's Well,
Judge, at a certain point, I don't mean to interrupt, at a certain point, you
I
had
don't-
Mr. Lewis as his attorney as well.
huh?
And he had Marvin Lewis as his attorney.
Did you ever see Marvin Lewis?
No, sir. I've never signed for any of these.
He's never,
people.
that doesn't mean whether you, but if you're unable to hire somebody,
Yes, sir.
we don't wait for you to sign. We get you lawyers so that they can talk to you, and they're supposed to communicate.
And none of
If they're
us
not,
can talk to me. Sorry to interrupt.
we can't, we
Yes, sir.
can't.
I
promise that.
apologize. My
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah, that's okay. But it needs to get to me. Nothing's getting to me and been presented to me. But so Marvin Lewis was representing you and he never called?
No, sir.
That doesn't happen on my watch normally.
Yes, sir.
So
I've been trying to address the issue just because like this case, it's all matters to me. Like my trying to prove my innocence, trying to fight my case. Like
Judge, it looks like Mr. Lewis had his case when he was set in the 252nd. Somehow the case ended up over here. I'm not quite sure why it was sent to us.
were you in the 252nd at the beginning?
no, sir, I've been with you this whole time.
No, I don't think so. I think for some reason it started off in the 252nd, which is probably where a problem began that never got unfixed.
There's 4 co-defendants. We had 3 of them over here, I think. And they probably moved it over to be with the others. Not sure. I have all 4. Let out 2 of them.
How long have you been representing?
2 weeks, Judge.
She's good about
I do appreciate talking to me a minute ago and everything.
And I did advise him that if
You want a trial, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. She's able to represent you, but it'd probably go to trial if you requested me to appoint somebody off the trial docket wheel. They're all competent lawyers. She would take probably a longer time because she's one of the defenders and they have a ton of cases that are all lined up for trial.
I just don't want to have to go through what I went through with West. Like I just really go by myself on this.
Here's what you're gonna have to do is fill out today, right here before you leave, an indigent form. If I declare you indigent, which I'm sure I will, then I'm going to appoint a lawyer immediately to represent you for trial. And we will put it on the trial docket right now. Do you understand? Fill that out. Okay. And that's what you want, the trial.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Sir, I don't want an attorney though. Like, I don't want any attorney, anybody. I just don't trust any appointed counsel.
Okay.
I appreciate
Let me,
y'all concerning everything.
Let me ask you, have you ever represented yourself in trial?
Sir, I haven't, but I think I got a better chance being alone than with these lawyers because I've just been done so wrong this last 2 years. And I appreciate y'all concern. I really do. I'm not trying to be any type of way. I just I'd rather take the chances by myself. I got God.
Do you know how wrong that decision is? It's a wrong. I mean, I've only practiced law for 45 years, since 1979.
Sir, I appreciate y'all.
Hold on, you speak over me and that's not
I
right.
apologize.
Okay, let me just explain to you. I've done this for 45 years. And it's true. Someone who represents themselves has a fool for a client. That's that was an adage that came up way before I was born because it doesn't change. People who are trained in the practice of law are more confident. You are not aware of the rules of evidence and you're going to be held to them. And if you don't follow the rules of evidence, then you are punished in the trial. When I say punished, you're trying to get things done. And if the court says that's not the way it's done, I'm not allowing it, then you lose opportunities to prevail in the trial. You don't need that. You lose battles. Like a war. And you've got the Code of Criminal Procedure, the Penal Code. You're charged with penal code violations. People went to law school for that. Now, some lawyers, unfortunately, it's like in every profession. Some people, and some give everybody else a bad name. But by and large, the people who practice in this court do a fine job. That sounds like it is an aberration, what has happened. There's no way that you shouldn't have been discussed this and gone over with this. That doesn't mean that the Bar Association has failed you. Those have. And that's just the way it is. You just don't say, I'm sick, I had a bad doctor, I'm not going to go get fixed, but I have disease that if I don't get help, I'll die. I'm just going to die. That doesn't make any sense. A competent, what I'm going to do is send somebody over to you. You decide after you talk to them first, okay? Because truly, it's something should have been told to me that they never came to talk to you. And here's what we're going to do is I'm going to have a hearing with those and find out why that happened. And I'm going to ask you to be present.
Okay.
Because these are people who work on my behalf when I appoint them. And if they're failing, then they're going to be answerable to this court and the Bar Association, as well as to you.
I did file agreements with the bar, but I haven't been able to obtain any evidence for myself or anything.
That's incredible. I don't understand that. That nobody, you have not discussed evidence against you with anyone in 2 years. That's preposterous. That shouldn't have happened.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm going to have a hearing on that here, but fill that out and I will. I'm going to, in fact, I'm going to let her work with you on this today on anything you need answered and help him out on just some of the basic discovery if you have it from the who's the prosecutor on this, please?
I am.
Can you provide some discovery to the attorney to get to the defendant?
Yes, sir.
That apparently
Several lawyers, but I'll do it again. Yes, sir.
Okay. He says he's provided it to them. Why they didn't get to you and discuss with you is crazy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, fill out that, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
I have been in jail since April 29, 2025. I left the rehab because I wanted to come back here and turn myself in.
Let me just stop you real quick right there, because the officer called Santa Maria, and the people at Santa Maria, according to what that officer put in this report, said that you left the facility because you changed your mind. Hang on. Quote, Santa Maria is not the best option for me at this time. Are you saying you did not say that?
I did not say that. She know why I left because I had a warrant for my arrest and I didn't want the police to pick me up. I couldn't go to the DPS and get my ID and stuff. So I was going to come back to Port Arthur, turn myself in, and just go from there. But I didn't leave because I didn't want the help. That's why I found out I was pregnant on March 31st. I found out I was pregnant. I was in that rehab. I left because they wanted me to go to get my ID and I couldn't go there because I had a warrant out for my arrest.
Okay. So you found out you were pregnant in March.
Yeah.
And then you went and committed an evading arrest with a vehicle, a duty on striking an unattended vehicle, and an aggravated assault against a public servant a month later after you found out you were pregnant?
I was on drugs,
while you were pregnant?
Yeah. I made the mistake of leaving the rehab and I got on drugs, and the next few days later I got arrested.
But you said you made the mistake of leaving the rehab, but you said you left the rehab to come and turn yourself in. So you didn't leave the hang on. So you didn't leave the rehab to come turn yourself in, because if you had, you would have come straight here and turned yourself in and you wouldn't have these new offenses.
I had to catch a bus, so I had to go downtown, wait for the bus to come, and in that time, I caught a charge. I don't want to be separated from my baby, Your Honor. This is mine.
So in that time, hold on. So you had left the facility at least by April 17th.
Yes.
And then your new charges were April 29th.
Yes.
So that's 12 days
Yes.
of waiting on a bus and catching a charge?
I didn't have the money, so I got the money together to catch the bus back out here, the Greyhound. And once I got the money, the day I was going downtown, I got arrested for trying to evade the police because I was on drugs. I was scared and I was on drugs.
So all the times that you failed to report to the probation office, March 7th, March 10th, hold on, there was a third one.
March 12th.
March 12th, April 10th, So
I never knew I had all those dates after the 7th. After the 7th, I thought I was revoked already. After the first time I did report, I thought I had a warrant out for my arrest, and I went to the rehab.
But you talked to the probation officer between
I talked to her on the 7th.
and you talked to her ugly.
I got out of jail in March 6th in Harris County.
Mhm.
I called her that day.
Mhm.
She wanted me to report the next day. I couldn't make it.
Right.
So I guess I talked to her within that week. I don't remember talking to her, but I didn't know that she was giving me more opportunities to report. I would have reported. I thought after the first time that was it.
The reason you probably don't remember all that is because I guess you were using drugs while you were pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was pregnant at first, and then I found out.
But then you kept using drugs.
Yeah. I need help, and Santa Maria is a good place, and they'll offer me mental health service, and I have an autoimmune disease that they offer treatment for. Jefferson County hasn't been giving me the medication for it. And since I've been here 2 days. They haven't given.
Danger zone. This is where emotion collides with legal reality. Wanting to represent yourself might feel powerful, but in court, it's often catastrophic. Judges see this play out over and over, confidence walks in, and consequences walk out.
Give me the medication so my baby can. Yeah. I don't want to say it out loud what it is, but I need the help that Santa Maria offers. I don't want to be separated from my kids any longer. My 3-year-old is with somebody, a friend, and I want to be him to be able to come with me. I want to be able to keep my kids with me and get the help I need mentally and with the drugs.
So where do you actually live?
I live on 1825 17th Street.
What city?
Port Arthur.
So Santa Maria is what, 90 days?
It's up to 6 months. 6 months to 18 months.
It was verified through the Harris County Community Supervision Court Liaison that the program is 6 months.
Yeah.
So where did you get the 6 months to 18 months?
They told me at Santa Maria when I was there, it's up to, you can stay up to 18 months.
Mr. Smith?
Judge, I spoke with Misty Hoffman, who was an assistant DA in Harris County before they sent her to the Santa Maria program. They were thinking about doing that, and she tried to explain to me what it was, and I explained to her. Our intention was not to keep her on probation, it was to seek a revocation in this case. I think everything that she has said up to this point kind of lends credence to the fact that probation is, she's not going to be successful on probation. I think even today you can see that she gets, according to the PSI, becomes impatient, easily irritated, argumentative, and confrontational. She's been non-compliant basically since she started in on probation and has made no progress and has no plan. This is the first that we've heard that she even has a residence in Port Arthur. We had no idea that she had any kind of residence in Jefferson County. She didn't have one prior to this, so I don't even know whose house this is.
So here's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Talking over people,
Sorry.
being confrontational with your probation officer is not going to get you anywhere. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have, what's the place in Port Arthur that you have to live?
It's a home. It's a house.
Whose house?
It's my house. I've been renting it.
Since when?
Since before I got on rehab. I've been using the same address.
Well, but you told
probation.
But you told probation that you didn't come back here. Hold on, because you were homeless.
I've never been homeless, ma'am.
You said that in the original pre-sentence report.
No, I told her I was at a motel, and she assumed I was homeless, but I'm not homeless.
But originally, when I put you on probation,
I gave y'all 1825 17th Street, which is where I live.
if you had a residence here in Jefferson County and you were on probation here in Jefferson County, then why didn't you come back here when you got out like you were supposed to?
I tried to come back, and I did come back. I didn't report because I thought I had a warrant out. I thought I was revoked already.
So you were just going to wait it out until they came and caught you?
Came to turn myself in, and I got arrested. I was going to turn myself in.
Everything you're saying is conflicting. Because you're.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, you're here in custody, and you're just I think you've told so many lies to everybody that you don't know how to keep up with them.
It's no lie, ma'am. I was in Houston. I came back, and I came back March 7th. I was here. I didn't report. I was on drugs.
So you were already here March 7th.
I was here March 7th. I was here, and then she told me to come in.
So there's no reason on March 7th that you couldn't have. You were talking to her about needed a bus and all this stuff. That was all just lying back then.
No, I was in Harris County. I got here March 6th. She told me to report March 7th.
So if you were here March 7th.
Yes. Your Honor, I was on drugs.
Our jail reports to the judge.
Can you please give me the help that I need and let me keep my kids?
I put you on probation in the first place to get the help that you need. I put you on probation. Hang on. I put you on probation for 2 felonies with all the resources we have to help you. And instead of taking advantage of those, you came back, you didn't go ask for help, you just had to show up one time and say, I need help, I'm pregnant, I'm using drugs, I need help. It's easy to say you need help when you've picked up 3 more felonies.
I didn't pick them up, they dismissed them, I only got 1. They dismissed the other ones.
Well, I'm sure that was part of some plea agreement. You still got arrested for 3 felonies, serious felonies. Not just little stuff, not a possession case.
Your Honor, please, I do not want to be a felon. I can't complete
Well, quit committing felonies.
Yes, ma'am. That's because of the drugs. I lost a baby last year. I had a stillborn at 7 months pregnant because of drugs. I need help with the drugs and rehabilitation.
Maybe you need to stop getting pregnant for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like one of the jail incidents also involved an assault with another inmate and an attempted threw a bar of soap and actually hit one of the correctional officers and tried to swing on one of the other correctional officers.
That is okay. I never tried to assault a correctional officer at this time.
No.
Like jail, prison time, and no.
Let me take a. So why did you refuse to go to the hospital when you fell?
Because I was feeling okay and I had a doctor's appointment coming up. I was going to tell her. The last time I told them I slipped and fell, they didn't do anything in the jail, so I was going to wait till I go to my doctor's appointment.
But they wanted you to go to the hospital to get checked out.
I didn't know they wanted me to go to the hospital. They just had me sitting in the infirmary.
So you supposedly said you fell, you were refusing to go to the hospital. They told you the doctor wanted you to go to the hospital. You said that you would go, but asked if you could go back to your dorm first. And they said, we're not doing all that back and forth. You asked if you would be transported via van or EMS. They said, don't worry about that. Then you said, I refuse, I'm not going to the hospital.
That's when I went I talked to Dr. Kim. Dr. Kim told me whatever was wrong, I could tell the doctor when I went to the doctor. So that's what I was waiting on.
So they're making it up that that doctor wanted you to go to the hospital.
They wanted me to go, and I told them I was going to wait until.
So, but that makes me, you're not taking care of yourself and your baby.
My baby is fine.
How do you know? If you fell and hit your head and they wanted you to go get checked out at the hospital, then how do you know she's fine or he's fine? You don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Go sit down for a minute. All right, Miss Butcher. Sorry we made you wait so long. I hear that you were a little disappointed in that in the back. Yeah, well, based on everything that I've already said, based on the fact that you stood here and told different stories about every single thing you said, based on the fact that you've already lost a baby and you're lucky you didn't lose this one, and who knows what's going to happen with this one because you were using drugs, based on the fact that you got felonies while you were on a felony probation, based on the fact that this lady here was trying to help you. You already left the place that you were given an opportunity to go to. Does probation have anything else to add, Ms. Kaur?
Judge, just that I'm really concerned about the non-compliances she's had at the jail.
Same.
I'm really concerned.
So here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Butcher, in cause number 24, DCCR 1732. I feel like you've given me no choice but to make sure that your child and children are safe and that the community's safe. I'm going to find that you entered your pleas are true to counts 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. In 24 DCCR 1732, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of burglary of a habitation. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 10 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. In cause number 24 DCCR 1733, I'm going to find those counts true, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of unauthorized use of a vehicle, sentence you to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to need that signed. These cases will run concurrently, which means together at the same time.
Why would you separate me from my kids?
You separated yourself from your kid.
This is my first time being in prison.
Let me tell you,
I've been in jail
listen,
4 months.
I got 10 more years I can add. Hold on, you're not going anywhere. Hold on, you're not done.
That's not right.
I'm handing you the trial court certification.
No,
you had chances. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was not an agreement. You do have some rights to appeal. You can talk to Mr. Rojas about that. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term. You should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. You need to sign that, and I'll give you a copy of it. If you had showed me that you could behave in our jail, there might have been some other things that I would consider. But
thank you.
There you go. You can go back with the bailiff.
Thank you so much for separating me from my kids.
And just like that, it's over. No more warnings. No more chances. 10 years for one case. 2 more stacked beside it. This is the moment every defendant fears. The point where the courtroom stops offering patience and starts delivering permanence. The choices made earlier didn't echo. They detonated.
Arraignment in the matter of People versus Amanda Marion Jewell. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
I'm Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse.
Ms. Middleton.
Your attorney.
I'm here today.
What's that?
I'm kind of curious why I'm here today. I was pretty sure I served my sentence out.
You never showed up for the sentence.
I was pretty sure I was released to, and I served my entire sentence for the entire in 2022.
That might have been in front of Judge Stutzman, but
No,
in
it
this
was in front of
case,
you. It was in front
file
of you.
212545.
You were the judge in the case.
All right. Well, in this case, you were charged with illegal entry.
Here, correct?
Yes. And the matter was set for sentencing
I thought I'd already served my sentence.
on August 31st.
I thought that's when I got out. 2022. I was here for like 60 days.
Let's go through the history of this. Ms. Casey Strong is here with us from the public defender staff. And she, I asked her to come in. All right, let's go back. On December 21st, you allegedly illegally entered
so in 2022, I was picked up and served the rest of the sentence.
Just wait. I'm going through this. And you got arrested and posted a bond in January of 2022.
Yep.
Attorney Timothy George was appointed to represent you, but he had a conflict, and the attorney then became Rhonda Ives. On July 13th of 2022, you got arrested for failing to appear, and you pled not guilty again. So I set the matter for an attorney pretrial for August 5th. Of 2022. You pled guilty to the charge on August 5th. So you trespassed on the house that Jamison Norman owned and allegedly trashed the place. You were in jail for 25 days. I gave you a PR bond and set the matter for sentencing for September 12th, which you promptly never appeared again whatsoever. So your bluster this morning is wasted. You were in jail for 25 days. You entered a plea. I let you out of jail, and you never showed up for the sentence. You never got sentenced.
I never got any notice to appear.
I told you in the courtroom. I may have even given you something. I told you the matter was set for sentencing on September 12th of 2022. I asked for victim input and a police report. Miss Norman was watching this house for her grandmother and contended that you or others trashed the place. So I set the matter for sentencing. I let you out of jail, and you paid me back by never showing up again.
I don't remember ever getting a notice to appear after.
I told you in the courtroom what the day was to be here.
I physically did not have a sheet that said I needed to return to the court.
Well, we sent it, which is the address that you gave me in the courtroom.
Well,
that was mailed to that address on August 31st.
No longer, I cannot receive mail there. The house has been condemned.
So on that day, your lawyer tried to call you several times, had no contact with you since you got out of jail. And the complainant was present and ready to give information about your case.
Well, the complainant was in the parking lot when I left the jail that day and threatened my life.
All right.
Norma is her name?
No. Her name is Jameson.
The woman that was watching the residence was in the parking lot that day when I left and threatened my life.
Okay. So anyway, you never called your lawyer. Your lawyer was unable to reach you, and You never showed up. So how did you get arrested last night?
I didn't get arrested last night. I was arrested on Sunday.
Where is that? So Sunday would have been February 10th, Super Bowl Sunday. How did you come to get arrested?
On my property.
Did they arrest you for something else, or did they just find there was
Yes.
this warrant?
They arrested me for something else. This popped up
And
when
then
I
found this.
was going to be let out.
All right. What was the charge in Kalamazoo?
A false charge of controlled substance, dangerous drugs, and I'm supposedly on the FBI list. Who knows why, but.
All right. So is that, and then they were gonna bond you out. They found this warrant in St. Joe County.
Yep. This. And I need to get out of here as fast as possible because I'm trying to get my taxes paid on my house so I can start renovations.
Okay.
Before the 1st of March, definitely.
All right, very good. I'll set this matter for sentence, and hopefully we can get Miss Ives here. The first day I have is February 21st.
And I have court in Kalamazoo on the 21st. Do I have to stay in jail till this matter goes to court? I would think that since it's a misdemeanor, I wouldn't have to stay in jail.
You're mistaken. I'm not very happy with you. You blew off your sentencing date. You never called your lawyer. The complainant came twice. You're trying to bluster me to tell me that you already got sentenced and did a bunch of jail time. I did you a favor by letting you out of jail, and you promptly responded by.
I thought I did. My mistake.
Okay.
I just want to get the matter resolved, and I don't want to miss being able to get my property taken care of before March. And I don't want to miss my other court dates in Kalamazoo.
Fair enough.
Trying to keep a better schedule. Only can do that if, we can work together. Because this is only a misdemeanor. Not that that makes it any less important.
There we go. Your lawyer is set to be here next Tuesday.
Have to be here till Tuesday?
20. Yes.
Really?
We also need to give notice to the complaining witness.
So I can't get because now I have a way to get here. Before I didn't have a way to get here.
Yes.
I don't understand why I couldn't be released. If I do have a way to get here, I know I have a way to get here. Before I did not.
Well, you do now, because you have no bond. I'm going to deal with you on Tuesday, and I'm going to decide at that time whether to let you out on Tuesday or give you the balance of 93 days in jail. So you might want to work on your attitude a little bit. I'll have your lawyer, Rhonda Ives, here at that time. I'll have the complainant here. I'm going out of my way to set this as soon as I can on a date that your attorney is already scheduled to be here. Just because you're strenuous in your statement doesn't mean it's correct. The bottom line is, I let you out of jail. You blew me off. You never showed up. You never called your lawyer. Your lawyer couldn't call you. I told you the date in the courtroom. I mailed the notice to the address that you gave me. You've been AWOL for 2.5 years. So we'll deal with this on Tuesday. No, this is it. I'll see you Tuesday at 9 o'clock.